Hey guys, welcome back. So today is Sunday, and yesterday's video I said if you thumbs it up, then I'd put up a video today talking about my powder foundation routine. And there was a lot of likes on the video, so I wanted to get it up for you guys kind of early. So I don't know if it's really so much as a routine, it's just what I do when I don't want to wear makeup and I need to go somewhere, but I don't want to go out with like the redness around my nose showing, my dark circles showing, any imperfections that I have on my face. Sometimes I just want to cover them up, sometimes I don't care and I will most of the time go out of the house looking like this. But since I have discovered powder foundation and it is so easy to use, most of the time I do put on powder foundation now, just because, like I said, it's so easy and it makes such a difference in your face. Like most of the time when I'm wearing it, my mom will see me and she'll be like, do you have makeup on your face? And I'll be like, yeah. And she's like, I can't even tell, it just looks so good. I'm like, thanks, Mom. So, itchiness? Yeah, girl, I need a tan so bad. Like, I need to self-tan tonight because I'm just looking extra pale these days. And I get this hair done on Tuesday, and I think that I'm gonna go back to the dark side. I don't know yet. Maybe I'll just have her like drop my roots down because I don't really like this light piece like in the front of my hair. So I might have her drop my roots down super low and just keep it light on the bottom, and I might cut it again. I don't know. Girl decisions. It's so hard to decide whether you want to cut your hair or you want to let your hair grow, because short hair is very in. I don't know if you guys know this, but it is. Now that we're done rambling, let's talk about this face. So how I use my powder foundations, I do it two ways. Sometimes I'll just put the powder foundation on my face and just go. But sometimes if I have a blemish that's just like, hey, wants to party, I'm like, no, not the business. I will cover it up with a little bit of the Anastasia concealer, and I usually use 1.5. I'm gonna do it for the video today just to show you what I would do. So I would either, if I had nails on, I would use like a really small detailing brush to do it, but since I don't have any nails on today and my finger can go in the pot without it getting like stuck under my fake nail, I'm going to use my fingers for this today. So I'll just take a little bit of the concealer. Really, such a little bit goes a long way. There's a hair stuck in it. Okay. A little bit of this goes such a long way, so I like to just tap it off on the back of my hand and then go in under my nose. Now with the concealer, it just helps to have the product hold on to something since it is a creamy concealer. So I just like to go around my nose because it tends to get pretty red around here, and when I do wear my powder foundation, I don't notice if you, that looks weird, it looks like I don't have a top lip on the screen. When I do wear my powder foundation, I don't prep my skin, I don't do my moisturizer, and I don't do my pore filler because I feel like it's not necessary. And the thing that's so bomb about powder foundation is that I don't feel the need to do all that because it's just such like a fast, easy thing. I don't feel the need to like prep my skin and do all that. So I'm still just going off whatever is on the back of my hand and running it over any places that just I feel like need a little more concealing. Even though the powder foundation will provide great coverage without any of the concealer, it just makes it easier for you to where you don't have to pack on as much powder as if you weren't using the concealer with it. I like to go in first with my Studio Fix powder from MAC. This is in the color NW20, and I use this smaller Morphe brush. This is a G3. And I like to swirl it in to make sure that there is a decent amount of product in here. Give it a quick tap off. And then this is what I use under my eyes, just to brighten it up a little more and not have my face be so flat, like with one color. I do put it over my lids because my lids do get pretty red and veiny. And then I'll pop a little on my chin and a little on my nose, like that, just to conceal the darkness underneath my eyes. And then I like to go in with my Laura Mercier Smooth Finish powder, and this is in the color number 6. And I go in with a larger Morphe brush, and this is the G5 brush. And again, I like to just swirl it in there to make sure that I have a decent amount of product on my brush, and then I push it into my skin. And this is what I use over the entire rest of my face. And I really like this powder foundation. It's super smooth when you put it on your face. It doesn't settle into any of the lines or anything like that. It does have, I think, shea butter in it and vitamin E, so it is hydrating for your face, even though it is a powder. And I just found out that if you wanted more coverage with this powder foundation, you could use it wet, which I didn't even know. And I don't ever plan to use it wet because if I wanted to put on like a wet foundation, I would just use a liquid foundation. So I do push it into my skin just to provide the fullest coverage. After that, I'm done. I usually will put on some kind of chapstick so it doesn't look like my lips are blending into my face, but that is usually all that I do when I wear powder foundation. You can run a little bit of that lip balm through your eyebrows to just kind of keep them in place and take the excess powder off of them so that they stand back out. So that is how I do my powder foundation. I never do a full face with it because that's not how I intend to use my powder foundation. I just like it for times when I want to go out into the world but I don't want everyone to see my dark circles or the redness around my nose or any discoloration in my face. Not because I am like too good for that, but because, you know, you just want to put your best self forward. So by just throwing a little bit of concealer and a little bit of powder foundation on my face, it looks like I tried, it looks like my face is ready to take on the world, and it really took me only like a minute to do. So I feel like this is great if you're a student, if you're a mom, if you're a busy working girl, and you just don't always want to do your makeup in the morning, because believe me, the hardest thing of life for me was to get up and put makeup on my face. Something about waking up and then having to touch my face never has appealed to me. It always like, I hate waking up and putting makeup on. Like, I think it's like, ugh, I need to be up for like an hour or two before I decide to put anything on my face. That's just me. I don't know about you, but I do not like putting makeup on my face in the morning. But this I do not mind because it's so quick and all you're doing is going like this. Like, you're doing this. You could do this anywhere and be good to go. So if you have not tried powder foundation, I definitely recommend them to you. I don't know if there are any drugstore powder foundations. I know there's a ton of powders and stuff, but I just got into powder foundations, so the only ones that I've really ever tried are the MAC Studio Fix in NW20 and then the Laura Mercier one. I do have the Smashbox one, but I haven't broken into it yet just because I've been so obsessed with this guy. But I will check the drugstore and try to find a worthy drugstore powder foundation and then keep you guys posted on that. If you know of any bomb powder foundations from the drugstore, from Sephora, from Ulta, anywhere, leave them in the comments below. I would love to check them out, and I'm sure anybody that's watching this video that is interested in powder foundations would love to know any kind of extra ones that you guys tried and you guys love. So, yeah, I think that is it for this video. I love you guys. I will have a video for you tomorrow probably. I don't know what it's gonna be, so if you want to leave me any suggestions down below, I would love that as well. And that is it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't have anything else to say except I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Well, doesn't that video just seem like a deja vu of yesterday's video?